Alright, today we are going to work on simplifying algebraic expressions. Before we start, let's review on the concept of combining like terms. So if you recall, like terms are terms that have the same variable and that are raised to the same power. So let's do a couple of examples of like terms. Okay, so like terms. We have 8x squared and 9x squared. Now both of these have the same variable because they have x's and they are raised to the same power. That's how we know that they're like terms. Another example is 9y and 2y. Both of these have the same variable and they're raised to the same power. They're actually raised to the first power. Okay, if you don't see an exponent, it means it's raised to the first power. And combine like terms, meaning to add the like terms. So if we had 9y and 4y, if you combine these two, you add them together, then you would have negative 5y. Alright, so make sure that we understand what like terms are and what combining like terms mean. Now we are ready, and let me erase our scratch work. We are going to do several examples of simplifying expressions. Alright, I think we're ready. So here we have 2 times the quantity of x plus 4 plus 7. Simplifying expression means to write an expression in a simpler way. So let's use the distributive property. This means we're going to take the 2 and we're going to multiply to the x. I'll put a little dot there just to remind us that we're multiplying. So we'll take 2 times x, that is 2x. I'm going to cross out my x here to remind me that I still have to multiply the 2 and the 4. Oftentimes students only multiply the first term and then leave the second term unmultiplied. So that's why it's a good strategy to cross the term that you've already multiplied to remind you that you still need to do the other one. Now we'll take 2 times 4, that's positive 8, or plus 8. Then we'll bring down the 7. So first we are going to use the distributive property. Next we want to see if there are any like terms that we can combine. Well, here we see that we have 8 and 7, and we can add them together to give us 15. So we bring down 2x plus 15. Alright, so this is all that we can do. We cannot combine those two. Oftentimes I see students do this. 2x plus 15 and they say 7x. No. Okay, just think those two terms do not have the same variables. You cannot add them together. Alright? So, no. Never. Okay, let's go on the other example. Here we have, we're going to take 3, we're going to multiply to 1, so that will give us 3. Cross the 1 out. Then 3 times 2x, that's positive 6x, or 6x. Then we're going to bring down the 13 and the plus. And what two terms are we going to combine? Yes, we're going to combine these two numbers, so we get 16 plus 6x. Alright? Okay, let's look at a couple more examples. And I'd like you to go ahead, just pause the video here. Work on these, and when you're ready to check, continue the video. Alright? Now I'm going to go over these two examples that I asked you to try on your own. Okay, I'm going to take 3 times 2x, that's 6x. Then you take 3 times negative 5, and that is negative 15. Bring down the negative 8. What we're going to do is we're going to combine these two terms together. Negative 15 minus 8, that's negative 23. Bring down the 6x. We can't combine these two because they're not like terms. So that is our simplified expression. Next one. Here we're going to distribute 4 times x. Next, 4 times 3, that's positive 12. Bring down this plus sign here. Take 7 times x, that's 7x. 7 times 3, that's 21. Positive, so we can put an add. Alright, here we're going to combine like terms. We are going to combine the 4x and the 7x. That gives us 11x. Then we have the 12 and the 21. So that is 33. Alright, hopefully simplifying expressions are getting easier and easier. Let's do one more set of examples. Again, pause the video to give you some time to work on these examples on your own. And then when you're ready, you can continue the video to check your answer with mine. Okay, we'll use blue this time. Okay, here we go. 6 times 3, that's 18. 6 times negative 2x, that's negative 12x or minus 12x. Now, here's a little trick part. Okay, we're going to box the negative 3. This is actually what we're going to do. We're going to multiply to each of the terms inside the parentheses. Negative 3 times x, that's negative 3x, or we're going to write minus 3x. Then we're going to take negative 3 times 1, that's negative 3. We're going to combine the 18 and the negative 3. Notice when I combine like terms, I include the sign that's in front of the numbers. So 18 and negative 3, that is 15. Then we are going to combine the negative 12x and the negative 3x. That will give us negative 15x. So that is our simplified expression. Final one. 4 times x, 4x, plus x out, because we're done with that. 4 times negative 7, that's negative 28, or minus 28. Again, we're going to box this negative 2. We're going to take negative 2 times 2, which is negative 4. Then negative 2 times negative 3x. Remember the rules for multiplying integers. If the signs of the numbers are the same, then your result is going to be positive. That means negative 2 times negative 3x is positive 6x. So we're going to combine the 4x with the 6x. That's going to make 10x. Then you have the negative 28 and the negative 4. So that's going to be negative 32. Our final expression is 10x minus 32. Alright. Perfect. Well, thank you again for taking your time to watch the video. Make sure that you get help from your teachers if you still have questions on simplifying expressions. Okay? Awesome. I'll see you next time then.